Hi, this is Sue Jackson from the Book by Book blog, here with another Friday Reads. This week's a little different though, because I spent a couple of days at the beach this week. See my crab earrings in honor of that? I was inspired by another booktuber, Karen Evans, who did a wonderful video on her own solo reading getaway. And I'll link to that down below in the notes. Definitely check it out. It's a lot of fun. So inspired by Karen, I did something similar. I drove down to the beach, which is about 90 minutes from here, and stayed at a friend's condo that was empty this week and just had a little time to myself. So for my first book the main book I was reading this week, let's go to a little On Location. Hi, it's Sue Jackson. I'm here at the beach on my little 2-day solo getaway. Just a little time to relax and rejuvenate. Nothing does that for me more than being near the ocean and at the beach. It's beautiful out right now, but it wasn't earlier. I arrived here about noon today and took a walk on this very beach with a friend of mine who lives here. And it was cold and windy, overcast, stormy skies. It was nasty out, but we bundled up and enjoyed it. And now it has turned into a beautiful day. Unfortunately, there's supposed to be rain and clouds the rest of the time I'm here. So I came back out to the beach this evening to enjoy the sunshine and make the most of it. Here's a view for you. It's amazing what a difference from a few hours ago. Now we've got blue sky and calm waters. There's really not a cloud in the sky. I love the sound of the ocean, the smell of the salt air. I just find it instantly calming and peaceful. Way over there, you can see our ferry landing and a jetty. It's just an absolutely perfect evening out here. This, for me, is what a relaxing getaway means. And of course, I didn't come out here without something to read. I've been reading RV Magazine, one of our favorite travel magazines, and also a magazine that I hope to write for. This is a brand new one, but I wrote for its predecessor, Trailer Life. And we are just dying to get our camper out and start traveling again. And I just today started Drums, Girls, and Dangerous Pie by Jordan Sonnenblick. It's a YA novel. I needed something small for this trip because when I get back, I have to pick up my book group book from the library. And I wanted to give myself plenty of time to read that. But so far, this is very good. So I'm back out on the beach today. I do have a lot of work to get done today, writing, but I woke up this morning and the sun was still shining, so I wanted to take advantage of it. According to the forecast, it's supposed to cloud over in another hour, and then the rain comes this afternoon and hangs around until I leave. So just thought I'd enjoy it while I can. A little crazy, but I did bring my laptop out here. There's no wind, so I didn't think that was too much of a risk. And I'm just working on some pitches for some magazines while I am enjoying this stunning view. It's hard to believe that we've got 24 hours of rain coming up because it's just beautiful out right now. Just some light wispy clouds up there and just very calm and peaceful out here. The water is very calm today. You can hear some little waves and the seagulls. I just love being out here. So just to sum up, I'm almost finished with this book. I've just got a couple of chapters left. It's outstanding. It's really been amazing. I stayed up way too late one night reading because it's just so good. It's a very serious topic and it's very moving, but it's also very funny, and I've just really enjoyed it. So highly recommend Drums, Girls, and Dangerous Pie by Jordan Sonnenblick. I also finished up this week another book for the same kind of age range, Flamer. This is a graphic novel by Mike Curato. So I've just been reading, I tend to read my graphic novels sort of in between the cracks in 5 to 10 minute intervals. But this one really had my attention this week, and I finished it while I was away. It's about a 13-year-old boy named Aiden. He's away at Boy Scout camp for the summer, and he really loves Boy Scout camp, but he's really worried about starting high school in the fall. He went to a Catholic elementary school. He's going to be starting at the public high school in the fall, and he's just really worried about what that's going to be like for him, because he gets picked on a lot. He gets bullied. He's really lacking in self-confidence, and Aiden is beginning to suspect that he's gay, but that is not something to him that is acceptable. Because of his Catholic upbringing. And even here at Boy Scout camp, where he generally feels safe and enjoys himself, the book is set in the 90s. The Boy Scouts did not look kindly on gay people, and, would not allow gay scoutmasters, etc. So the book is about Aiden really struggling with his own identity this summer. But it's also about how much he enjoys being at camp. So you can see, some of the drawings are focused on the beautiful outdoors and how much Aiden enjoys being there, and the friends he's made there. But some of it, too, is about his struggles. It's, as you can see, the drawings are mostly black and white, although, based on the title, the only color in the book is the red of flames, whether that's a campfire or some of Aiden's darker imaginings about the life that he has ahead of him. This was just a wonderful book, very moving. The author says in an afterword that it was based in part on his own experiences at Boy Scout camp in the 90s as a gay child. So excellent. Again, highly recommended. The main character's 13. It does deal with some difficult topics like suicide. So, I would say this would be good for older middle graders or teens. Teens would probably get a lot out of it as well. And finally, on audio, I've been listening to Forest Dark by Nicole Krauss. I mentioned this one last week. I'm a little more than halfway through now. This is definitely literary fiction where the focus is more on the characters' inner lives than on plot or action. Although there are things that happen in the plot. So as with many of Nicole Krauss's novels, this one has separate narratives with different characters. So in one narrative, there's a 66-year-old man named Epstein. He's gone back to, he's visiting in Israel. He's an American, but he's visiting Israel, and his parents have recently died. And he's trying to find a way to honor his parents' memory there. He's very wealthy, so he's got the money to spend, and he wants to find an appropriate way to honor his parents. But he's really pretty lost at this point in his life. The other storyline is a woman novelist. She's been very successful, but now she's got terrible writer's block. So she leaves her husband and children behind in New York, travels to Israel. She spent summers at the Tel Aviv Hilton, her whole life pretty much. And so she's hoping that going back there will somehow inspire her and perhaps even be the setting for her next novel. While she's there, she gets all involved with this, with Kafka, his history. There are some legends or rumors about his connection to Israel, and so that's a big part of that plot too. So there's these two different storylines. So far, the only thing they have in common is that they both feature American main characters who are in Israel, and both of whom are kind of stuck at a point in their lives. So as I said, it's really more about their inner lives, although things do happen in the plot. Parts of it have been a little slow for me. Other parts I've found intriguing and interesting. So I'm a little more than halfway, and we'll see what happens next. So that's what I've been reading this week. How about you? What are you reading this weekend? Let me know in the comments below.